Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. FFK to Buhari. Don't allow 5G network in Nigeria. Reject medical materials and assistance from China. Well, there have been this alleged rumor from all over the world regarding the 5G. And please, people, don't take this as a mere joke because it's becoming like really serious. The 5G network is beyond your network that you have now. It reaches far above more, and people are predicting different things that is part of the whole end time agenda. Here is Femi Fani Kayode to President Muhammadu Buhari because the Chinese government is offering a 5G. We know that the person of Donald Trump has rejected 5G network and has said to the United States Prime Minister, the person of Boris Johnson, not to accept it. And he gave his reasons. Now, the Chinese government is offering Nigerian government the 5G. I would like you to listen to this news with very great attention. Don't take it with levity or business as usual. Be very cautious. You might have been hearing about a lot of things, but gradually they are happening in our time, in our generation. Please don't take it with levity. Let's go to the news. FFK to Buhari. Don't allow 5G network in Nigeria. Reject medical materials and assistance from China. A lot of Nigerians are already panicking over the coronavirus pandemic. The measures to prevent its future spread is what Nigerian government is fighting as it is now. The country is in a serious need of help, both in medical materials and medical personnel, because its cases of coronavirus is increasing day by day. As at this moment, the country's death rate is now 4 and confirmed cases of coronavirus COVID-19 210. The Chinese have promised to send medical personnel and some medical materials like face masks to help Nigerians contain the spread of the virus. But some Nigerians are already speculating such help and suspecting it from the Chinese government. And numerously, anonymously, the rumor of the 5G network and its implication to the Nigeria society. It is because there are some alleged allegations that some face masks and medical materials from China are infected with the virus. As a matter of fact, they intend to spread it more into the African population as it is very well contained now. Remember that until very recently, when an Italian businessman came into Nigeria, there was no case of coronavirus recorded in Nigeria at all. And that of Buhari's chief of staff, who went to Germany as well as Egypt for presidential assignment and came back and infected Asu Rock as well. The Italian businessman who came to Nigeria for business stayed with a lot of people and traveled to various states while here, was confirmed positive, treated in Nigeria, confirmed negative, and returned back to Italy. And since then, like you heard, we've only had a case of 210 cases in Nigeria. What the Chinese government is trying to do, according to speculation, is to reintroduce the virus in great number back into the African population. Remember that two French doctors suggested that the testing of the vaccine, which they potentially think is the cure for coronavirus, has been found. And as such, they said it openly and publicly in national television that they feel this test should begin with the African population. Why? If you are not curious by now, I wonder when you will be. Former Minister of Aviation in Nigeria, Femi Fani-Kayode, has reacted to this proposal from the Chinese government and has asked, pleading with Nigerian government not to accept such offer. He advised President Muhammadu Buhari not to allow 5G, medical materials, and personnel from China into Nigeria, even though they want to help. Think about it. He also asked the president not to accept any anti coronavirus vaccine from anybody. It could be the recall that Microsoft founder Bill Gates is working on discovering a vaccine that will cure the virus and has offered to say it should begin the testing with the African population. If this is not a clear statement of racism, I don't know what is. Africans, it is time for us to be wise. And President Muhammadu Buhari, please don't take this with levity. Take it seriously. Well, people, this is the matter we are hearing about. So we know that the founder of Apple, Microsoft, the founder of Microsoft, Bill Gates, wants the testing of a particular vaccine he feels is the antidote to coronavirus to begin the testing with African population. But think about it for a minute. Why the African population? We know that the most, first of all, continents with the reported cases of coronavirus, both infected, treated, and death rates, is with the European population. To be specific, Italy. America is also, we have a large number of people from America also affected. So why channel this to Africa that has the lowest, if you are to take statistics? Well, it shows that they don't value the African population and they don't believe that we are a people. I will say again, it's a reflection of the poor our laboratory that we don't develop, our government don't pay attention to things that they should pay attention to, that will make us an independent nation to be able to stand out and to be able to carry out things. Other nations are right now working on the cure for coronavirus, but guess what? African governments are doing nothing about it. Which is good, putting down a 2 weeks lockdown to curtail the spread, good. But what are you doing about it afterwards? Are you still going to rely on the European medical experts to give us the vaccine? Now, if we don't have a testing, if we don't have anything in place, at large and by, we're going to rely on it and we're going to accept whatever they bring in with whatever the vaccine is contained with. That's why we need to develop our own microbiology lab, our own research centers, and we need to take it seriously, not having symposium and seminars like we normally do that amounts to nothing. Nobody picks up the recommendation and work with it to see to it that these things are done. There is no system or place for audits to see whether things that we proposals that we brought about, that we accepted, are being followed or are being looked after, and making sure that they see to fusion and come to light. This has to really stop. It's a gross reflection of what the leaders have considered to be important, but rather they choose to launder our money, take the money that is meant for the population that's supposed to be recycling in our economy, and they take this money abroad. That's why you can see clearly and really that international governments don't regard the African population very well. Take, for instance, the former Prime Minister of Great Britain, one of the former Prime Ministers, said and very clearly that they are, what's it called? There is a particular way he used it. One seemed very corrupt, and people were saying, why would he say that? Politically corrupt. I can't remember the exact way he put the phrase, but if you heard him say that, then you remember what I'm trying to say. We need to start developing our own things. Instead of going to invest in other economy, why not start a company here in Nigeria, employ the fresh graduates that are out of school? That way you are reducing unemployment, you are investing in the economy and the life of the young people, and the economy will begin to boom. Guess what? When we are self-sufficient, they will come here to work. Growing up, I hear my parents say that they have teachers from Great Britain come into Nigeria to teach them. If you think I'm just go on a research and see for yourself. They have people come from Great Britain to work in Nigeria. Why? Because at that time Nigeria was doing well. At that time, Nigeria's economy was treating people very well and had priorities. So Nigerians, this is a word in season. The best time for us to have started the research on coronavirus vaccine, it's when it started. But the second best time is now, so that the Europeans and the other nations of the world do not see us as a less important race. We must show to them that we are people with brain and we know exactly what we are doing. Some of the finest minds we have working even in their laboratories are Africans, Nigerians precisely. The time to act and to arise is now. Please, Buhari, if you are listening and anywhere you are, please don't collect vaccine. Oh, don't go and bring 5G to Nigeria. Oh, research. Oh, do your homework. Oh, don't let them bribe you. Mhm. So, family, this is the news of the hour. Please take it seriously. Um, don't forget to share it so that this knowledge they say is power, so people can be aware of what's going on. Thank you very much for listening. Please thumbs up and subscribe. God bless you. Do have a lovely day. Bye.